Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 4th of April 2024 and look guys, the bloodbath in the cryptocurrency world is still continuing. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys what narratives are being built up, and that is because the US dollar is getting strong, isn't it? So the big question guys is what happens to the price of Bitcoin as we head towards the halving? We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Now in the world of Bitcoin guys, we have some massive news, and one of the giants, that is Franklin Templeton, they have actually published a couple of images via Twitter that talks about the rise of Bitcoin ordinals. And if you actually read through these images guys, looks like they're definitely fans of meme coins and NFTs. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and touch base on the rise of Bitcoin ordinals and what is the thought process Franklin Templeton has. Now look guys, whether you like it or not, Bitcoin ordinals have definitely made quite a lot of news in the Bitcoin world, isn't it? And so far as Bitcoin maximalists are concerned guys, they are divided regarding Bitcoin ordinals. Some of them absolutely love it, some of them absolutely hate it. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go and touch base on what Bitcoin ordinals and what is their thought process regarding them. Now listen guys, there are a couple of events that is going to take place later on towards this year that is going to set the trajectory of the price of Bitcoin and also the adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The first one is halving, but the second one guys, so far smart contracts and blockchain is concerned, that is to do with Ethereum ETF. Now we do have a teeny tiny update regarding ETF, and the United Securities and Exchange Commission guys, they are seeking public input on the proposed rule changes. Now unfortunately guys, there is not much enthusiasm so far as the United Securities and Exchange Commission is concerned regarding an approval of spot ETF. So I'll go ahead and discuss what the procedure is and why they are seeking public input. Now the key date to remember guys is the 23rd of May, and that is when we will find out finally if an Ethereum ETF is approved or not. But look guys, last week I talked about Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock. He doesn't care if Ethereum is a security or not. He is definitely looking forward for an Ethereum ETF approval. Now look guys, the consequences is really stark, because once an Ethereum ETF is approved, I'm pretty much sure there'll be XRP ETF, there'll be Solana ETF, there'll be Cardano or ADA's ETF as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys what the outcome is. Now look guys, when you talk about Bitcoin, there are certain pillars of open blockchain, and one of the pillars of open blockchain guys is publicly verifiable. And because Bitcoin works on the promise of decentralization, or distributed as I like to call it, they have actually found out that the US government has actually gone ahead and transferred 30,170 Bitcoin. Now look guys, it's really important to note that these Bitcoins were actually acquired by the US government, and that was during the whole Silk Road collapse. And what the US government has done is guys, they have gone ahead and transferred these Bitcoin to Coinbase. Now look guys, whenever people go ahead and transfer the cryptocurrencies of Bitcoin into an exchange, unfortunately that is not a positive news, because look, they want to go ahead and sell it, isn't it? And news such as this definitely drives down the price of Bitcoin and also cryptocurrencies. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss how is it that the internet detectives found out about this news. Now finally guys, we do have some unfortunate news, and that is regarding KuCoin. And roughly around 2 weeks ago, we talked about how the SEC is aggressively going after KuCoin. Now unfortunately guys, because of that, the market cap of KuCoin has been slashed in half. And look guys, unfortunately, I hate saying this, if the government or regulations want to go after absolutely anything, the outcomes are absolutely devastating. The classic example guys I can think of is Binance BUSD. That has ceased operation, isn't it? And I very specifically remember in September of 2022, Binance BUSD was posing a really strong threat to Circle USDC and possibly even Tether USDT. Unfortunately guys, regulations came into picture and Binance BUSD has ceased operation, and looks like that is what is going on in KuCoin as well, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on all these news guys. Now like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news guys has to do with Bahrain, and that is to do with ARP Digital. And the digital asset platform guys, they have received cryptocurrency license, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now look guys, so far as Bahrain is concerned, they're definitely very proactive to cryptocurrency, isn't it? So definitely positive news. Now the second news guys has to do with artificial intelligence, and once again guys, there are two giants that are merging up together. And first, Abu Dhabi Bank, they have partnered with Microsoft to develop new AI-powered banking capabilities. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what this news is all about. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE, and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE, and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE, and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE, and Middle East region. Now, before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast, and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red, and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Tough Mudder Arabia, guys. They are putting some really iconic events in the Middle East, and there is one final event of the season that takes place on the 20th of April in the iconic location called as Al Marjan in Ras Al Khaimah. And the final event of the season, guys, is not going to be an ordinary event. They're going to be having some really cool obstacles. And so far as Tough Mudder is concerned, guys, they create hardcore obstacle courses designed to test your all-round strength, stamina, and mental grit. And with the most innovative courses and millions of participants all around the world, it is the premier challenge series in the world. Now look at Tough Mudder Arabia. They did put out, if not one of the biggest events in the world of obstacle course race, and they did that with the highest prize money in the history of obstacle course race. And what better way to end the series by having one final event on the 20th of April in the iconic location. Now look, guys, one of my goals is to complete 100 Tough Mudder, and I'm very close to getting there. Now if you want to go ahead and sign up for this event, The registration link is in the show notes below. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get your friends, get your family members, get your colleagues. The link to the registration for Tough Muddy Arabia on the 20th of April is in the show notes below. And if you go through the link, guys, there is a cool discount code mentioned in the show notes below as well. So hopefully, guys, I see you at the Tough Muddy event. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. And unfortunately, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is not looking good at all. It is down to $2.47 trillion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.56%. Now look, guys, the only reason why this is because there was a report which was published by the Institute of Supply Management that did actually go and talk about the US dollar index, isn't it? And because the US dollar index rose by 105, that actually means that the US dollar is getting strong, and that has indirectly impacted the price of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market in a negative way. Now, what is really important to note, guys, all this data is going to be added into the CPI numbers, and once the CPI numbers are out, we are going to find out if the inflation number has picked up pace as well. Now, look, guys, whenever the US dollar gets strong, usually it is a sign that the inflation has picked up pace as well. So what is going to happen, guys, is based on the information that is supplied by the Institute of Supply Chain Management, it is directly and indirectly going to impact the CPI numbers. And based on the CPI numbers, guys, Jerome Powell will be making a decision regarding the interest rate hike. Now, what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to YouTube and look at Federal Chair Jerome Powell's response to this, because there is a YouTube video which has been published when Jerome Powell did actually go live, and he did actually go live at Stanford University, and he did actually talk about this as well. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, in case you want to be a couple of steps ahead, definitely go ahead and listen to that interview. He would definitely go ahead and suggested if there is a possibility of an increase in the interest rate hike. Now look, guys, whether we like it or not, these news are definitely going to have a massive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And what is a bit crazy, guys, is in just a matter of 3 weeks, we will be heading towards Bitcoin halving, isn't it? Now look guys, if you're high net worthy and institutional investors, you would actually want the price of Bitcoin to go down, isn't it? Because that way you can go ahead and accumulate quite a lot more Bitcoins, and later on guys, as months go by, I'm pretty much sure the price of Bitcoin will definitely be heading towards the moon. So these are things you need to factor as well. Now let's get back to the global cryptocurrency market guys, because the total cryptocurrency market volume over the last 24 hours is only at $95.3 billion, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 22.66%. Now if you look at the total volume in DeFi guys, it is down to $12.26 billion, and DeFi is accounting for a relatively higher percentage of the total cryptocurrency market volume. It is accounting for 12.26%. Now so far as the total value locked is concerned guys, it is well below the $100 billion mark. It is at $94.94 billion. Now regarding the total value locked guys, keep a track on what the announcement is on the 23rd of May, because I'm pretty much sure it will either shoot up to $150 billion, or let's say if the US Security and Commission declines to approve a spot ETF, I wouldn't be surprised to be honest if the total value lock drops down below the $50 billion mark as well. So we are looking at extreme circumstances. Now so far as the dominance is concerned guys, Lido is definitely leading the pack with $31.50 billion. Now one metric guys which I'm really content is that of decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and it is really consistent, and today it is at 27.33%. Now guys, let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because Uniswap's volume is definitely looking good. It is at $2.74 billion, but PancakeSwap's volume guys has gone down, and it is well below the $1 billion mark. It is at $951.64 billion, but surprisingly guys, the third and fourth, those volumes have increased. The third one guys is Orca, and its volume is almost double since the last 24 hours. Today it is at $610.12 million. Radium guys is at number 5th, and it is at $522.24 million. So you may want to check guys what is going on in Orca and Radium. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of trading is actually going on so far as meme coins or NFTs is concerned, to be honest. Now the number 5th guys is Core Finance, and Core Finance's volume has also picked up pace. Today it is at $404.28 million. So since the last 24 hours guys, only PancakeSwap's volume has gone down. Rest all the decentralized exchanges volume has actually picked up pace. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stable coins guys, because it is at $89.53 billion, and out of this $89.53 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $68.21 billion. Circle USDC guys is consistently at number 2nd for few days. Today it is at $10.02 billion, but the number 3rd guys is FDUSD, and it is at $9.23 billion. Now look guys, I'm anticipating some kind of war between FDUSD and Circle USDC, so let's see guys over the next coming weeks and months if we do get more information regarding the drama that unfolds between, let's say, Circle USDC and FDUSD. These are just wild speculation, to be honest, because it is good to have some kind of drama in the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? Now so far as the market cap is concerned guys, unfortunately Bitcoin's market cap is not looking good. It is down to $1.29 trillion, and Ethereum's market cap is well below the $400 billion mark. It is at $396 billion. Now look guys, that thing being said, I wouldn't be surprised later on in the day the market cap and the price of Bitcoin marginally pumps up as well, because look guys, when the price of Bitcoin is going down, I'm pretty much sure a lot of high net worthy individuals, a lot of institutional investors will be trying to acquire some Bitcoin, isn't it? So let's see how these numbers do actually play out on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $31.08 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is only at $14.74 billion. Now if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin guys, it is relatively consistent. It is at 52.11%, but since the last 1 week guys, Ethereum's dominance has actually gone down. Yesterday I believe it was in the 15% mark, isn't it? But today it is at 16%. But listen guys, just few weeks ago, Ethereum's dominance was actually about the 18% mark, and that is because a lot of news was speculating regarding an Ethereum ETF. So we'll just have to wait for another 4 to 5 weeks guys, and then we will find out what the future of Ethereum is in the ETF world. Now in today's episode guys, let me very quickly run through the market cap of meme coins, because look guys, meme coins has definitely taken the cryptocurrency world by storm, isn't it? And later on guys, today I'll be going live via LinkedIn as well, and I'm definitely going to go ahead and discuss these details. Now listen guys, what I tend to do is, every Thursdays at 11 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, we take a weekly snapshot of what is going on in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world. And I tend to go live with a good friend of mine called as Marcos, who is currently a crypto evangelist and one of the biggest influencers in Dubai and the Middle East region. And right now he's the founder of Society X as well, so please feel free to go and join in live. And if you do have any feedback or comments, mention them in the live session. Now, so far as the market cap of meme coins is concerned, guys, Dogecoin is clearly leading the pack with $25.26 billion. Now listen to this, guys. Monero's market cap is less than 1/10 of Dogecoin's market cap. That is absolutely crazy and scary stuff, isn't it? Monero's market cap, I believe, is at $2.3 billion, isn't it? And Dogecoin's market cap is $25.26 billion. As a matter of fact, our Shiba Inu is at number 2nd, and its market cap is $15.55 billion. But the craziest thing, guys, is that of Dog with That. The market cap of Dog with That is at $3.67 billion. Now look, guys, if you're someone who's a massive advocate of Monero, you would definitely not be liking these numbers, isn't it? Even Dog with That's market cap is well over Monero's market cap at $3.67 billion. As a matter of fact, guys, the number 4th, that is Pepe, that market cap is more than Monero's market cap as well at $2.87 billion. Floki, guys, is at number 5th, and its market cap is a little shy of $2 billion at $1.90 billion. Look, guys, when the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is heading towards the moon, those are the only times we see a lot of news regarding meme coins and NFTs, isn't it? That is unfortunately the crazy world of cryptocurrencies. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, what I'd like to do, guys, today is I'd like to go and explain what wrapped Bitcoin is. And to be honest, guys, a lot of people in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world are not even aware of what wrapped Bitcoin is. So the ticker symbol, guys, of wrapped Bitcoin is WBTC. And wrapped Bitcoin, guys, is a type of tokenized Bitcoin that actually operates on the Ethereum blockchain, and it allows users to access the functionality of Bitcoin within the Ethereum ecosystem. So let me go ahead and break down what wrapped Bitcoin is. So wrapped Bitcoin, guys, is a form of tokenization where BTC or Bitcoin is pegged to an equivalent amount of WBTC on the Ethereum blockchain. And this process, guys, involves custodians holding Bitcoin in reserves and issuing an equivalent amount of WBTC tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. And these tokens, guys, are backed one-on-one by Bitcoin reserves, ensuring that the value is tied directly to that of Bitcoin. Now, the big question, guys, is why would someone want to do that? Now, look, guys, the primary purpose of wrapped Bitcoin is to enable the use of Bitcoin on Ethereum blockchain, and by tokenizing Bitcoin on WBTC, users can access the various decentralized finance applications, smart contracts, and other Ethereum-based services that require Ethereum compatibility tokens. And this interoperability between Bitcoin and Ethereum ecosystem opens up a new possibility for decentralized finance and other blockchain applications. Now, so far as the custodianship of WBTC is concerned, it is managed through a network of custodians who hold the underlying Bitcoin reserves, and these custodians, guys, are typically regulated entities that undergo regular audits and adhere to strict security protocols to ensure the safety of Bitcoin reserves. And users, guys, who wish to mint WBTC can deposit the Bitcoin with one of these custodians, and what they do is, guys, they then go ahead and issue an equivalent amount of WBTC on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, so far as redemption is concerned, guys, the WBTC holders can redeem their tokens for Bitcoin at absolutely any time, and they can do that by burning the WBTC tokens and withdrawing the equivalent amount of Bitcoin from the custodian. And this redemption process is designed to be transparent and secure, ensuring that WBTC holders can always convert their tokens back to Bitcoin on a one-on-one basis. Now look, guys, when you talk about WBTC or wrapped Bitcoin, there are different use cases, and wrapped Bitcoin has a variety of use cases within the Ethereum ecosystem. It can be, let's say, used for collateralization in decentralized lending protocol. It can be traded on decentralized exchanges, and it can also be integrated on decentralized apps or dApps, and also be utilized in yield farming, and also for liquidity providing strategies. Additionally, guys, WBTC enables Bitcoin holders to participate in Ethereum-based activities without needing to directly transact in Ethereum or even convert their Bitcoin holdings as in it. Now, so far as the growth and adoption is concerned, wrapped Bitcoin has seen significant growth and adoption within the Ethereum ecosystem, and the availability of WBTC cards has expanded the use of Bitcoin holders and has contributed to the overall liquidity and utility of the DeFi space. And as the Ethereum ecosystem continues to evolve, wrapped Bitcoin is likely to play an increasing important role in bridging the gap between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So essentially, guys, in summary, wrapped Bitcoin serves as a crucial bridge between Bitcoin and Ethereum ecosystem, allowing users to access the benefits of both blockchain, and by tokenizing Bitcoin as WBTC, users can leverage the functionality of Ethereum while retaining the exposure of the value of Bitcoin, thereby unlocking new possibilities for decentralized finance and blockchain innovation. Now listen guys, be honest and let me know even if you are aware about wrapped Bitcoin or not, and if you do have any comments regarding that, mention them in the comments below. Now guys, let's look at the main Bitcoin and the king of all kings, and the price of Bitcoin guys is down to $65,642 since the last 24 hours. It is marginally down by 0.86%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 5.87%. Ethereum guys is not doing good as well. It is at $3,300. Since the last 24 hours it is down by 0.10%. Since the last 7 days it is down by 6.34%. Binance BNB coin guys is at number 3rd, and the price of Binance BNB is $581, and since the last 24 hours guys it is actually up by 4.30%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 0.67%. Now look guys, based on these numbers by Binance BNB, and if you were to actually compare it with decentralized exchanges that are working only on Binance, looks like a lot of activity is taking place in the meme coin and in the NFT world, and looks like because of that Binance BNB's price has increased, isn't it? And the same thing happens for Solana as well. So based on the numbers guys, I'm getting this understanding that a lot of activity is actually taking place in meme coins and NFT trading volumes, and that is actually driving the price of Solana or Sol, but since the last 24 hours it is driving the price of Binance BNB. So look guys, whether you're a fan of NFTs or not, NFTs on Bitcoin blockchain are definitely making quite a lot of news, and Franklin Templeton guys, they actually mentioned via Twitter, and they have actually titled it The Rise of Bitcoin Ordinals, because what these images guys state is that they are noticing a surge in Bitcoin NFTs, particularly Ordinals, and this is reflecting a positive momentum in digital asset innovation, and they are highlighting the growth of Ordinals like collections like Node Monkeys and even Rune Stones, and this is actually indicating increased dominance in trading volume compared to even Ethereum. And Franklin Templeton guys has shown progressive interest in digital asset investment in infrastructure startups, with Runestone gaining attention as a significant NFT collection. Now look guys, so far as Ordinals is concerned, a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists are completely divided guys. Some Bitcoin maximalists absolutely hate the idea of, let's say, having cat pictures or monkey pictures on Bitcoin Ordinals, because according to them Bitcoin is sound money and the purpose of Bitcoin is much bigger than that. But at the same time guys, there are different Bitcoin maximalists who actually appreciate having NFTs on Bitcoin blockchain. Now look guys, it's really important to know that the only reason why NFTs on Bitcoin blockchain is possible because there was a massive upgrade that did actually take place in Bitcoin's underlying technology, and that was Taproot and Snort signature, and only because of Taproot and Snort signature we can have Bitcoin Ordinals. Now if you do not have Bitcoin Ordinals, why have that particular update in the first place? Now look guys, going back to 2019 and 2020, you would have seen laser eyes that was actually put on people's profile picture, isn't it? Now the resemblance of the laser eyes guys is that they're actually in agreement with Taproot and Snort signature to be implemented on Bitcoin. So look guys, whether we like it or not, I personally do think that Ordinals should be encrypted on Bitcoin blockchain, or else what was the purpose of having Taproot and Snort signature? Those are my honest thoughts. Now let me know guys whether you agree to it or disagree to it. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Ethereum spot ETF, and the US Security and Exchange Commission guys, they are seeking public input on proposed rule changes allowing 3 spot ETFs to be listed and traded on exchanges, and that has to do with Bitwise, Fidelity and Grayscale Investment, and they have submitted proposal with a 21-day committed period. Now look guys, every time there is an application, the SEC legally has to go ahead and take comments from public, and once they go ahead and receive the public, I'm pretty much sure they have a brainstorming session. Now regarding the ETF approval guys, the SEC's final decision is expected on the 23rd of May. Now unfortunately guys, it has prompted concerns, with a lot of analysts noting the absence of communication as potentially concerning. And look guys, James Zhong, a Bloomberg ETF analyst, he has actually reduced his percentage from 80% to 50% and finally to 35% chances of an Ethereum spot ETF to be approved. So it's going to be really interesting to see guys what the outcome is. And James Zhong, guys, I'd really recommend you to follow him on Twitter, because he's actually noting that the lack of communication from the SEC does not indicate any changes in the situations regarding Ethereum ETF approval. So look, guys, looks like the chances of Ethereum approval is slim, but you can never say never, guys, because once you have BlackRock getting into the game, the chances of approval changes drastically, isn't it? And Larry Fink, guys, a few weeks ago did actually state it doesn't matter if an Ethereum is a security or not, and he's definitely very positive of an Ethereum approval. So the date, guys, that we need to factor into consideration is the 23rd of May, and then we will find out if an Ethereum ETF is approved or not. Now, guys, let's discuss some news that was found out by internet detectives. And guys, what happened is on the 2nd of April, the US government transferred 30,174 Bitcoin, which was roughly around $2.1 billion. Now, it's really important to note, guys, that these 30,174 Bitcoins were actually seized from Silk Road, and this was transferred to Coinbase. Now, here's the interesting bit, guys. The wallet is reportedly linked to the US Department of Justice, and what they did, initially they did a transfer of 0.01 Bitcoin transaction to a Coinbase Prime address, and later on, guys, once the transaction was successful, they went ahead and transferred 30,174 Bitcoin. Now, what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, in the show notes below, it does actually give you the public address, so you can go ahead and validate the transactions. And this, guys, is the power of open blockchain, isn't it? And what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, go to YouTube. Andrea Santana-Paulus has gone ahead and put out pillars of open blockchain. So you have open source, you have permissionless, you have censorship resistant, you have neutral, you have borderless, and finally, guys, you also have publicly verifiable. Now, in the video that he put up, Pillars of Open Blockchain, it does not mention publicly verifiable, but roughly around a year or 2 years later that, he's gone ahead and added publicly verifiable as a Pillars of Open Blockchain as well. Now, look, guys, if you're someone who's building things, you definitely need to be aware of the Pillars of Open Blockchain, so you need to go ahead and question your particular project or protocol. Is it open blockchain? And are they following the pillars of open blockchain? That is it open source? Is it censorship resistant? Is it permissionless? Is it borderless? Is it neutral? And is the transactions publicly verifiable? Now, so far as this news is concerned, guys, the internet detectives identified the Bitcoin holding wallet that was actually seized from James Zhong, who was convicted in 2022, isn't it? Now, James Zhong, guys, was convicted for stealing 51,680 Bitcoin from the online black market Silk Road between 2012 to 2014. Now, look, guys, James Zhong's story is extremely funny and scary, because what he did, guys, he actually tried to hire a private detective, and the private detective did actually identify that he was the one who could have possibly stolen Bitcoin. And what the private detectives did, they went ahead and contacted the US authorities. So essentially, guys, he was working with the US authorities trying to find out some of the Bitcoins that he actually lost. And what James Zhong did, he went ahead and gave all the Bitcoins that he actually accumulated, and even the private keys, guys, I believe it was stored in some box, and this was absolutely scary and funny situation. So essentially, guys, he actually hired a private detective, and the private detective was actually the federal government, and he actually voluntarily gave out all the information. Imagine, guys, stealing 51,680 Bitcoins, and you are the one who's actually giving out all the information to the relevant authorities. Absolutely scary but funny information at the same time. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding KuCoin. And around 2 weeks ago, guys, I did actually talk about the US Security and Exchange Commission. They actually sanctioned KuCoin, isn't it? And KuCoin, guys, as we know, is a prominent cryptocurrency exchange, and they are facing a significant market share decline following investigation by US regulators, and the allegations include facilitating illegal operations and even money laundering. And guys, in the session that I did actually go live with my friend Marcos, we went ahead and discussed how transactions were kind of connected to Tornado Cash as well. Now, so far as this news is concerned, guys, because of the drama with KuCoin and US regulators, users have panicked and they have gone ahead and withdrawn their funds. And this has actually caused KuCoin's daily trading volume to plummet by 75%. Now, so far as the market share is concerned, it has decreased by more than half as users are flocking to perceive safer exchanges. Now, despite these challenges, guys, KuCoin still remains operational, and they have actually announced a $9 million airdrop initiative. And what they did, guys, they also published a report on the 31st of March, and KuCoin has actually disclosed holding 16,240 Bitcoin, which is valued at $1.6 billion, 144,405 Ethereum, which is valued at $470 million, and they've also shown $1.2 billion in USDT and $59 million in USDC. So look guys, it's going to be really interesting to see how the US regulators react to the announcement of $9 million airdrop, and how can they go ahead and issue these airdrops. Now look guys, the idea and the initiative is definitely great, as they want to go ahead and offer some reprieve to users affected by the slow throughput, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see guys how the regulators are going to go ahead and react, because it looks like they're creating airdrops and money out of thin air, isn't it? So let's see what the update is. So those were the news guys from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys has to do all the way from Bahrain. In ARP Digital, they have received Bahrain cryptocurrency license. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this news, because ARP Digital guys, they are a digital asset service firm, and they have received a Category 3 license from the Central Bank of Bahrain, and it is the first and only central bank licensed OTC service provider, and they are specializing in digital asset structure products in Bahrain. Now this license guys enables ARP Digital to offer services including crypto trading, custody and portfolio management, and guys, structured products which are popular in traditional finance are now gaining traction in the digital asset market sector, isn't it? So it looks like this is definitely a niche area for ARP Digital. And ARP Digital guys caters to high net worthy individuals who are accredited, even institutional clients and family offices, investors globally. And guys, the firm also provides off-the-shelf and customized investment solutions to accommodate diverse market views, and the delivery and settlement options include cash or coin settled OTC products, bankable structured notes, and fund products. And Yusuf Al-Reza, a former Goldman Sachs partner, is among ARP Digital's co-founders, and the other co-founders is Abdullah Kanu and Abdulaziz Kanu, and they were former regional directors for Amber Group crypto trading business firm in the MENA region. Now look guys, there's an increased demand for sophisticated investors for structured products, especially post-approval of spot Bitcoin ETF, isn't it? And look guys, Bahrain has emerged as a crypto hub in the MENA region, and they're offering a well-regulated ecosystem for digital asset firms, and ARP Digital aims to serve both traditional finance and crypto-native investors. And look guys, the MENA region is poised to benefit from the growth and adoption of digital assets, isn't it? And Ali Reza highlights the significant potential of digital assets in revolutionizing financial services, and the leadership in MENA guys recognizes the potential of digital assets, and they aim to position the region as a global powerhouse. And ARP's digital management team brings experience from both traditional finance and the cryptocurrency industry, and the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF guys has definitely contributed to the growing demand for structured products, and Bahrain's regulatory environment definitely supports the development of digital asset firms, fostering the region's cryptocurrency growth in the global crypto landscape. So definitely positive news. Now guys, let's discuss second news, and this is to do with artificial intelligence. And two giants guys, that is FAB, that is First Abu Dhabi Bank, they have partnered with Microsoft to develop AI-powered banking capabilities. And this partnership guys aims to create an AI innovation hub using Microsoft's Azure AI services. And First Abu Dhabi Bank guys, they plan to integrate AI into the product suite and backend operations, and Microsoft guys has previously collaborated with CaixaBank in Spain on a similar initiative. And just few days ago guys, I did talk about an initiative of Microsoft with PwC in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now so far as this news is concerned, First Abu Dhabi Bank is focusing on leveraging Azure AI generative capabilities, and potential areas of collaborations include banking as a service and also RAAS, that is risk as a service. To be honest guys, risk as a service is the first time I've actually heard this terminology. Now the bank aims to automate processes in lending, payment and digital operations, and the collaboration guys spans retail, corporate and investment banking functions. And First Abu Dhabi Bank guys is migrating its data center and workload to Microsoft Azure, and Core 42, a digital asset transformation provider, is facilitating the migration. And Core 42 guys operates under G42, a long-standing partner of First Abu Dhabi Bank. And Han Al-Rustami guys, First Abu Dhabi Bank's group CEO, emphasizes the hub's alignment with the ambition in AI advancement. And look guys, the focus area includes generative AI, intelligent automation and machine learning, and the partnership signals First Abu Dhabi Bank's commitment to technological innovation in banking, and Azure's AI capabilities are seen as pivotal for First Abu Dhabi Bank's digital transformation, and the collaboration reflects a trend in banking sector towards AI integration. And look guys, they aim to enhance customer experience and streamline operations through artificial intelligence. And to be honest guys, this particular partnership definitely underscores the growing importance of AI in banking industry revolution. Definitely positive news. Now look guys, when you talk about artificial intelligence, unlike the news regarding cryptocurrency and blockchain partnership, artificial intelligence, the use case can be seen in an instant. And what I'm noticing, guys, artificial intelligence are already ready to go, unlike cryptocurrency, blockchain or Web3 news, where it has been in the planning stage for almost a decade now. So definitely positive news. And that's about all, guys, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world from Crypto and Coffee at 8. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and metaverse. I have a question by Karen who asks, what potential impacts could the SEC's decision on the proposed Ethereum ETF have on the price and adoption of Ethereum? Now this is such an excellent question, to be honest, Karen. Now look, the answer to this is pretty simple. If the SEC goes ahead and approves an Ethereum ETF, the price of Ethereum is definitely going to pump up to the moon, and there are numerous predictions regarding an Ethereum ETF. Some of them are saying that the price will reach $44,000, some of them are saying $14,000. Now what is really interesting is BlackRock has gotten into the Ethereum ETF game as well, and look, the day Bitcoin Spot ETF was approved, Larry Fink did actually have an interview with CNBC, and what he did actually state that he's not too keen regarding a Bitcoin ETF, but he's more focused on tokenization, and this is where Ethereum actually kicks in. And just few days after that, he also went ahead and launched an Ethereum fund as well, which is focused on Ethereum. Now keeping all these things in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if the price of Ethereum definitely goes to new heights. Will it actually cross the price of Bitcoin? Or really, I'm not sure, and I'd really not want to see that as well. But to answer your question, the impact would be visible, and I definitely do see that the price of Ethereum is reaching to new all-time high. Now look, let's say the US Security and Exchange Commission decides to go ahead and decline an Ethereum ETF, that does not matter as well. And the reason is pretty simple. Larry Fink said that if you truly know the power of BlackRock is, whatever they say does actually make a lot of sense. Ethereum ETF most likely will be approved, if not now, at least in the next coming months, probably this year itself, and that will definitely take the price of Ethereum to new heights. Let's say for some wild speculation, an Ethereum ETF does actually get declined and does not get approved. To be honest, I don't see that the price of Ethereum would actually go down. I personally do think it will still remain between the $2,000 to $4,000 range. I don't see it actually going down. Now just some fun fact, Karen, when Ethereum was actually launched and when I used to attend meetings going back to 2014 and 15, each and every person used to think that let's say if the entire world were to operate on Ethereum, because you need to remember at that point of time, there was no other competing blockchain protocol, there was no Binance BNB chain, there were just some rumors regarding EOS being built up. Now what a lot of people were actually thinking back then that the price of Ethereum at the maximum could reach $200, that's about all, but now it is on the verge of crossing 10 times of that amount. Keeping all these things in mind, I'm pretty much sure the information on the 23rd will definitely have a massive impact. And what is going to happen, let's say once an Ethereum spot ETF is approved, there's going to be institutional adoption, there's going to be retail participation as well. And look, once an Ethereum ETF is approved, Karen, it is definitely going to attract retail investors who actually prefer the simplicity and accessibility of ETFs, isn't it? And that will definitely take the price of Ethereum to new heights. More importantly, Karen, once an Ethereum ETF is approved, we get clear regulatory clarity. Now, regardless of the SEC's decision, the regulatory clarity provided by the outcome of the ETF approval could have lasting implications for Ethereum's future. And if an Ethereum ETF is approved, regulatory clarity will definitely drive the price of Ethereum to new heights. And I wouldn't be surprised, let's say a few years from now, they're going to be teaching about Ethereum in schools. Those are my honest thoughts, to be honest. So definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com. In case if you guys like listening to this podcast, click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and the Middle East from the cryptocurrency, blockchain and artificial intelligence world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening guys and have a nice one. Bye bye.